So, Dame Andrea Jenkyns, firstly, how exciting that one of my regulars is now a dame. You must have been delighted.
Oh, God, it's mad, Dan. I actually only got the phone call a few days ago.
Did Boris give you a hint?
No, I didn't know anything. Literally, this week, I was driving back up north and I got a call from a lady saying I'm from number 10, and I thought, God, what have I done now? and
Rishi's been looking at the WhatsApp group again,
exactly,
Andrea.
Exactly. And so, and she said, and I was like, wow, it was just amazing.
Why do you retain such loyalty to Boris Johnson when so many of your fellow MPs have turned on this guy?
Do you know, him and Carrie are amazing. I mean, even on Clifford's birthday, we've got a lovely video from them wishing him a happy birthday. How many former Prime Ministers done that? They're decent people. And, I mean, I'm loyal to him.
Which is not how they're presented, by the way.
No,
in the
exactly.
MSM, is it?
No, they present him as being an ogre, but he's not. He's actually a real family man and a really decent person. So is Carrie. And why I'm loyal is, I mean, I think the party, it's just ridiculous of how we're behaving. The last time that, if you remember, Dan, they ousted an election-winning giant was Margaret Thatcher, and we was out of power for nearly 20 years. And I think they will rue the day. I mean, I remember during those Brexit years when Boris was, you know, we was a laughingstock of the world. We couldn't get legislation through. And it was Boris who even threatened to prorogue Parliament to actually honour the British people and the Brexit vote.
Well, exactly. Without Boris Johnson, and by the way, even if you don't love Boris Johnson, you should be grateful for a man who stood up for the biggest democratic mandate in British history, because believe me, if Brexit had not been delivered, and that's what the political elites and the establishment wanted to happen, there would have been some form of civil war in this country.
Completely.
And Boris Johnson saved us from that. So if you believe in democracy, surely you should believe in Boris. And now I feel like there has been anti-democratic coup after anti-democratic coup, and they've won, haven't they, now?
As you said at the beginning, I mean, Boris said himself, has to live Vista baby, when he made his speech outside number 10. I do think he'll be back. I don't think the time's now. And, you know, I think the media, they need to leave him and Carrie be now and just let them live their lives. But I think...
There has been a witch... I spoke about this at the top of the show.
Completely.
There has been a witch hunt against Boris Johnson over a piece of cake. Meanwhile, and I know we're limited in terms of what we can say, but there is a genuine scandal developing in plain sight in Scotland involving Nicola Sturgeon and the SNP and the missing hundreds of thousands of pounds.
Yes.
And the media just want to ignore it.
No, I completely agree, and it's wrong. But I mean, the vitriol that we've seen against Boris, we saw. Do you remember Margaret Thatcher's funeral? The vitriol there, and
is it because they fear him?
I think they fear him because he is an election-winning machine. I mean, look at the majority we had. I mean, look what he not only did with Brexit, I mean, the COVID vaccine, he was out there, first out there with Ukraine, and it is amazing. And his energy just fills a room. And how many people actually, you know, he got, it was a bit like the Brexit vote. I don't think we would have won the Brexit vote without his energy.